What is up, Traveling Tea Times? We're back with another flight review. Today's flight review will be of economy class on Air New Zealand from Houston to Auckland. We get started here with some lounge access available via Priority Pass, which was a good way to start the trip. Not a whole lot in Houston, especially if you're not business class, so Priority Pass does have some options, but we'll move on towards the flight. This flight was about $600 one way, and I ended up going with a premium seating option, seat 36. As we walk by here, you can see the premium economy cabin set up in a 232 layout, and now we're at the seat. I selected this seat mostly because it was the only seat that had no one else in the row, and this ended up holding true. I had the whole row to myself, and you'll see why this works out nicely later. Legroom was, I would say, pretty average, even with some stuff stored in front of me. Still had some decent room in front of my knees. There was also legroom underneath without having any brackets, so you can definitely spread out a little bit towards the middle if you know the person in the middle or there's no one in the middle row. Seat comfort, it was a little rigid, but I would call it average for international economy. Nothing too crazy, but it did the job and kept me comfy. Tray table releases from the back here and is just about average, slides forward a little bit, not too wide on either sides, giving you plenty of room to operate. Armrest there on the side, but the two knobs here you'll see are exclusive to certain economy rows that have the SkyCouch option. The front button there will release what seems to be a footrest, which actually folds up to be your entire bed in the economy row, as you'll see later on. The other button there is the recline button to move back in your seat. The entertainment screen had a smaller screen but seemed to be average, with also USB port and 3.5mm headphone jack built into the screen. At your seat you have a blanket, pillow, and headphones. Headphones are not noise canceling and do just about the bare bones minimum, so if you don't have your own, they are there for you to use. Unfortunately, in this cabin, there are no air vents, so the temperature of the cabin is controlled by the cabin crew. I thought it was pretty comfy throughout the flight and did not need my own air control at the seat. As you can see here, this is what the SkyCouch looks like. You can be for one or two people in the row, and I think it is an absolute steal and one of the best options economy has to offer. The catch is that you have to pay an extra, usually $1,000 per seat to use the SkyCouch. So if your ticket is $600, you have to pay a $1,000 upgrade to get the SkyCouch available. If you have a second person with you, they have to pay their $600 ticket and an additional $1,000 for them to have the SkyCouch. So while it is expensive, it is cheaper than a business class seat. And as you can see, you still have the economy food, but it is certainly a steal of a pick. We start with our first dinner meal, which was a grilled chicken with mashed potatoes, vegetables, a salad, some cheesecake, and bread. I also went with some New Zealand wine. In all, it was pretty darn good. Chicken was definitely savory, mashed potatoes were well done throughout, and the sauteed grilled vegetables were also a nice touch. The cheesecake was just about right, not too much to expect from economy, but it did the job and definitely kept me full. We now dive into the entertainment setup. Again, the screen's a little limited, but it is touchscreen and it is very fluid, so it makes it easy for you to navigate and is very user-friendly. There are a lot of options involved, whether it be selecting your dining options, exploring more about New Zealand, ordering New Zealand wine. There are even options on certain flights for you to order a SIM card for you that you can pick up at the airport. So definitely a cool option there. As we dive into the actual entertainment selection, there are plenty of AAA titles that Air New Zealand has on board that offer a wide variety and enough to keep you occupied on the flight. The 14-hour flight, I managed to get 10 hours of sleep in the SkyCouch, so I watched one movie while I was eating dinner, and then when I woke up on the back end, I also watched a little TV show. So for me, just enough entertainment to keep me appetized. They also have TV shows as well. Most of them had an entire season, but they were certainly limited on the TV side of things. So aside from that, I thought it was an overall very good offering from Air New Zealand. There are also other options like audiobooks, music, and other things like that to keep you intrigued. So, in all, very good job, Air New Zealand, and I think the entertainment, while limited, does its job for economy class. And as you'll see here, it has an updated flight map, unlike some other airlines which haven't updated it. Really is beyond me, but it's the modern era. So as you can see here, our long 14.5-hour journey from Houston down to Auckland. We now move to the restroom. While these are now becoming all the same, I thought this was fun that it had a nice little chandelier wallpaper to try and spritz it up a little bit in the economy cabin, but in all, nothing much different. As we move to breakfast here, went with eggs and some hash browns and fresh fruit. Also, the coffee was served in a more solid coffee mug, not a disposable one, which was kind of a royal feeling in the morning. But in all, breakfast was good. I thought the service on this flight was great. Flight attendants were very attentive and very friendly. I think Air New Zealand flies under the radar when it comes to the economy class. The SkyCouch is certainly underrated, and while I got mine basically for free because I had the whole road to myself, for paying $1,500, it certainly is worth it. That $1,500 is actually cheaper than premium economy, and I would probably guarantee that I slept better than people in premium economy who only have an increased recline and don't have a true lie flat. So, SkyCouch, you win the award for best economy. While Qatar service blows it off the charts, I think the seat that SkyCouch offers is certainly second to none, and certainly should be considered for anyone who is flying across the Pacific towards either Australia or New Zealand. Air New Zealand also offers a route from LA over to London, and that's another option you can consider as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We've got more flight reviews coming up with Qantas and Air Canada. Also got some more trips coming up for you guys, so stay tuned. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.